Shohei Ohtani heads to an initially indifferent Angels dugout after being congratulated by Rene Rivera for a 3-run homer. Sean M. Haffey, Getty Images. Shohei Ohtani's first MLB home run came in the first inning of his first home game with the Angels. He had to wait a little while, though, for the first teammate to celebrate it with him Tuesday, as Los Angeles players observed baseball convention by ignoring the Japanese star when he entered the dugout. Even there was no problem for the uniquely versatile player, as Ohtani simply high-fived air. That amusing pantomime soon gave way to a swarm of delighted teammates congratulating Ohtani, who was then encouraged to step out of the dugout for a well-deserved curtain call at Angel Stadium of Anaheim during a game against the Indians. Remember when Ohtani was struggling during spring training, prompting suggestions that he might be much better off starting in the minors? Yeah, neither does anyone else. The 23-year-old rookie, who earned Babe Ruth comparisons in Japan by excelling both as a fireballing pitcher and a slugging outfielder, performed encouragingly well in his first MLB start on the mound Sunday. Playing on the road at Oakland, Ohtani allowed 3 runs and 3 hits over 6 innings, with 6 strikeouts to just 1 walk, getting the win in a 7-4 Angels victory. In Los Angeles opener 3 games before that, Ohtani got a hit in his first MLB at-bat, although he went 0 for 4 after that while serving as the designated hitter. Those 2 appearances had accounted for his only action before Tuesday's game, when Ohtani made some more magic, this time in front of an appreciative home crowd. After signing with the Angels for a relative pittance, due to MLB rules about his age and status as an international free agent, Ohtani had engendered more Ruth comparisons in the US, but mostly due being the first legitimate two-way player since the legendary slugger's early career period. His 2 games last week made him the first player since Ruth in 1919 to start as a non-pitcher on opening day and then get a start on the mound within his team's first 10 contests. Tuesday's feat marked the first time an MLB player had won a game as a pitcher, then hit a first-inning home run within the next 2 days, since Ruth did it in 1921 per Dylan Hernandez of the Los Angeles Times. Ohtani wasn't done, though, as he finished the game against the Indians with 3 hits in 4 at-bats, scoring twice and knocking in 3 runs, in a 13-2 Angels romp. Just about the only thing that went wrong Tuesday for the former Nippon Ham fighter was that his home run was not a grand slam, which it would have been had teammate Kole Calhoun not scored on a wild pitch from Cleveland starter Josh Tomlin while Ohtani was at the plate. Now, in just 9 regular at-bats, he has as many hits, and 1 more home run, than he had in 32 spring training at-bats, when he notched a .125 average with a minuscule .347 ops. Ohtani also failed to produce good numbers as a pitcher in spring training, giving up 8 earned runs in 2.2 innings over 2 appearances, for a 27.00 ERA and a ghastly 4.12 whip. In retrospect, the concerns those statistics raised have only served to show the deceptive power of small sample sizes, although perhaps the same could be said of his regular numbers thus far. If nothing else, the 3 appearances, particularly the 2 most recent ones following his debut, have shown that the MLB stage is hardly too big for Ohtani. Major league stadiums may also prove to be too small to contain his blasts, which would be just fine with Angels fans and Ohtani's teammates, who likely have a few more post-homer pranks in store for him. Read more from the Post. Giancarlo Stanton's first Yankees home game was a disaster. Then Didi Gregorius saved the day. Astros struggle to unveil World Series banner. Much to players' amusement, the Orioles and Twins broke a litany of MLB's unwritten rules in just 1 inning. Dusty Baker made his own sort of peace with Nationals' exit, and still doesn't care what you think.